Okay, this is a project from about a year ago. I think I started it in December of 2020, and I'm sort of playing with it again to see what to do with it next. Well, I know what I want to do with it next. The idea is to make independent suspension with it. Now, when I did it last time, I only had about one of these chains extended this much. So with this one, I try to double up on it, because I'm going to need to do that for a printed in place independent suspension. Anyway, let's see if this still works. You can see here the micro supports that I designed in there. And I learned a lot in the past year in terms of printed in place design, so I might re-tackle this at some point. Oops. What I did so far is I just took last year's design and doubled it up. I didn't do anything else. And yeah, eventually I'm gonna work on improving this, but you can see that this still works, even though I changed my profile settings a little bit in the past year to run a little hotter, so things are a little bit stronger. But even with the extra sag, this thing is still able to free up at the joints. What else can I say? I don't know. Okay, so the idea is this. The idea is this out of focus? All right, so the idea is I have the car, right? And I might have to go a little wider than this, but there's a gear here, so the motor will have to be, I'm just gonna omit the diff gear because I don't see a point in having a differential for a car with independent suspension, because it's probably going to be an off-road car, and I just don't think you need a diff at this size to go off-road. Excuse me. So the gear would be here, this would sit like this, and then you would have, I need to oil this up a little bit, but you would have independent suspension back here like this. And for the front, it would actually be simpler, I think. No, actually, I'm an idiot. Well, it depends. If I decide to go... No, okay. Sorry, middle of train of thought. But I think I would do the same thing. If I make it four-wheel drive, I would have to do the same thing. If I make it two-wheel drive, it's a tough one. I have to figure this out. Anyway, so there you have it. This is a double CVD axle. It's missing the gear, but basically once I do that, it technically is the whole back piece. Then I would have to figure out how to hold it together. Future me is going to worry about that, unless one of you guys want to take a crack at this. Let's try the other one. And unfortunately, I had to use a brim for this. I tried to print it without brim, but it was just too flimsy. And that's not something that would happen if I had a whole frame building around it. Then it would be nice and secured in place. But because I'm just printing the axle itself, then I had to brim it up. I just want to see if I can get 2 for 2 or if there are issues. Okay, that's working. That's working. Oh, that side is smoother. It's probably because it was closer to the ground. And then if you oil up the holes, it would run even smoother. Anyway, this is actually something I was doing, like I said, a year ago. And I just put it aside because I told myself, future me will do something with it. Well, now future me is present me, and I've done nothing with it except doubling it up. And I'm gonna let future me worry about implementing it in the car. Get out of here.